In this video, we'll be looking at 5 ways to calculate the area of a triangle. The first way is to do 1/2 times base times height. So if we have the base of a triangle and the height, we just do 1/2 times base times height. So this is the usually go-to formula for calculating the area of a triangle. Now the next formula involves 2 sides and an angle. So let's say these are the sides. There are 3 versions of this formula. We can either have 1/2 AB sine C, 1/2 AC sine B, and then 1/2 BC sine A. Keep in mind that these are all different. So you want to include A, B, and C in all of these, except sine has to be the angle, and then we have 2 sides in front of it. So if we're going to choose sides A and B, well, we better use the angle in between it. So that's angle C. If we use sides A and C, well, we better use the angle in between it, angle B. Okay, so that's what this formula is. And then the last one, if we use B and C, we better use angle A. Okay, and that's what we have. Okay, next formula is Herons' formula. So this is a square root of s times s minus a times s minus b times s minus c. Here s is the semi-perimeter. So we'll explain that in a second. Let's say if I have sides A, B, and C. The perimeter would be A plus B plus C. Now the word semi means half. So we're going to be taking half of the perimeter. So that's the formula. Okay, so there's 4, think of this as 4 factors. You're subtracting the side for 3 of them, and then we're just adding the semi-perimeter for the 4th factor. The next formula includes 3 sides and the circumradius. So the area is ABC, A times B times C rather, over 4 times R. So R is the circumradius. Okay, so what that is if we have a triangle and we look at the perpendicular bisectors, they're going to meet in the middle here. That's called the circumcenter. So you can make a circle with this being the center, and this will be called a circumcircle. So the radius of this circle, so let's pick this radius. This is called the circumradius. So if you have this radius, you put it in this formula for R. And so let's say we have A, B, and C. We have R. You multiply the 3 sides and then divide it by 4 times the circumradius. So this is a very, very rare formula and really doesn't show up much. Now the last formula will include two angles and included sides. So let's say we have a triangle ABC. So there's three versions of this formula. We have 1/2 a squared, and then sine b sine c over sine quantity b plus c. And then you just basically switch the sides and angles. Okay, so in this first formula, I chose b and c to be the angles. So that means a has to be the side. I can also choose b to be the side, so then a and c will have to be the angles. So I have a and b as the sides, so there's a third version where we're going to let c be the side. So that means b and c, or a and b, will have to be the angles. So this is kind of opposite of the two sides and the included angle that we talked about previously, with that we had the 1/2 AB sine C. Okay, so here we have two angles and one side. And so that is 5 ways to calculate the area of a triangle.